I think it's 58 or is it 55? I just saw the weather. It's in the 50s right now. The high days in the 60s. They were like 20 something degrees cooler than yesterday. Yesterday was in the 80s. Yesterday we had a lot of rain. Okay, great, fantastic, and so great. We love the water. We love less watering to do. Great all around. Anyway, I go to check up on my plants. My plants look like they've been battered, slapped around by the rain. I'm like, I know it rained for a period of time, like around 7:30ish onward, and then at some point later on again, it rained a lot. But these look like it was raining well into the morning. The way the ground's still wet, the way the wood's still wet. And it's just like, is it the temperature? Because usually it would have been dried off by now. Anyway, my clematis is great. I don't think another bud has opened. Everything looks, fantastic and healthy and green and lush. But a lot of weeds popped up, blah, blah, blah. But again, because the soil is wet, I'm going to try and do some big trenching to do some de-weeding, degrassing of areas. Also, I have my sweater and my vest on. Am I cold? No. I don't want to get bit. Just being out here, walking around, looking at plants with my mother, it's like, oh, my back is itching. The flies don't even seem to be out like that. So I have the edger, I have the hoe, and I have a shovel. I also want to say this has been coming back slowly since like mid-winter. And he's just looking great. My sister had two, and she cut the woody stems off. She's doing an experiment. The first time she did it, afterwards, I'm like, oh, I don't know if you should do it because I think that this type you're not supposed to cut back. It could grow on those old leaves. And she's like, it's brown and old. I'm like, oh, but mine are growing back. And they really are looking super great. This is getting easterly exposure. It doesn't really get too much hot afternoon sun because it's facing north and east. And this over here would be the west direction, but there's things blocking it like the deck and whatnot. So it gets light, but it doesn't get super sunburned. I don't know if this is one that could maybe push full sun anyway. I don't think it is. I would like a hydrangea in the front, I think, but maybe a hibiscus. I feel so handy woman. The gorilla cart and my tools. Ugh. I think these pears are dying, and that's okay. I've been very excited for these for these oaks to flush out, but I think they're maybe a bit taller than they were last year, to be expected. If so, but I know there's also some other trees growing themselves. Oh, I need the loppers. Ugh. I don't need them right now. And so yes, here's the Plecanthes I put in ground. I think that's some new growth right there. So, as long as it grows. Let me see, that's one. The one in the ground. Oh, there's the one that died, and then the one behind. Okay, so the three that remain are doing well. This is not looking great. Like I said, if this isn't, that's okay. I will absolutely reuse that soil, no qualms. No qualms at all. Intended raised beds, and at this point, I think the best thing I could do is formalize them with like a border, like a box to put on top of it. Anyways, a lot of things for me to take. There's a clump right here. Is that like a cilantro or something? I don't know if that's from. There's a lot of grass invasion happening here. Some type of vegetable growing. This is a sweet pea. It looks like it got knocked over with the wind, so we're just going to try and... Right? Because today is the day you should come back if you come back. So, okay. I think I'll leave them until I see that the stem itself looks dead. The stem remains green, it's remaining in those pots, period. I'll do a quick show, but like I said, my plants look like they got battered. The petunia's battered. Okay? The dianthus battered by wind, apparently mostly. So, hopefully everything gets a little comeback. And then we're all fine from there. Yeah. Hopefully at this point, the sweet peas decide that now this is the time to bust forth, being that we're going to have cooler temperatures for a couple days. But I'm pretty sure this is, and that is zinnia. So let the zinnias bust forth with life, and let the late spring, summer not fruiting, what's the one I'm looking for? Planning, layout, begin. I think I'm gonna have to get a cardboard and raise that because I think as the cardboard decays, gets wet, that's being pulled down, which is pulling the trellis forward. So either I have to make a box super soon or I have to just keep it a bit elevated. And I don't feel like the soil is clumped enough for me to make a box really easy. I feel like a lot of it will come out. So either I wait for maybe this first flush to be done, print it back, and then pot it up, which I would prefer to do, and maybe just elevate it somehow. We'll have to see. Making a new curve. I see where the daffodils are. I don't want to yet cut them down. So I'm gonna make this line first. We're gonna dig everything out. So where's the line start? Hello. I'm going at an angle. Okay, right. They were like dig 4 to 6 inches down and scrape away. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that. I think it might be easy to do that, but I have to keep on top of it, which is annoying. Let me get the hoe. I feel like there, I don't need. That's because I don't have to go. Oh, the delivery is here. My back is starting to itch. Again, I don't think I've really been bit up. It might just be residual biting. I think it's black flies. I did have to whip out my stem insect repellent. It's not a lot in there, and the actuator is probably clogged up with old oil. So I need a new actuator or more of it. Maybe not even maybe I like the stem because it's like organic type things. But maybe they need to get one of the artificial sprays. The lizards are out. The butterflies are out. It's a great time. Cool. I do see something else beside a couple things. Ooh, a couple things. Let's see if I can get in there. All right, so those should be zinnias. That up there is a basil. These should be petunias. I don't see any growth from petunias. Okay, so the zinnia trays are growing. That makes sense. I'm not sure where the second one is. That might be it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But this one popped back up. I guess really it was just wilted and, adjusting. Anyway. All right, so I made my trench. I don't know if I just leave it. I feel like I've seen people just leave it, but usually they have like an edge. Do they fill it? I feel like sometimes they fill it back up with like mulch. If I put cardboard, it's going to decay, and the mulch is going to decay, and it's just going to become a new ground. I took out a lot of clumps of grass, which are going to be going over there. Fantastic, great. I did take out the daffodils again. They're already dividing, which is fine. I think I took out all the bulbs. So now to figure out where I want to put it and just put it back there. Yeah. Yes, one method is to just mulch in the trench, which is interesting and seems a bit counterintuitive, I guess. Or I'm for sure going to do regardless, is put the edge I had already deeper in the ground. I think we're going to try that, see how that works. It's metal and it's white on one edge, so hopefully it would get really hot in the hot temperatures and burn the roots of anything that would try and get closer in. So we're going to try and see how that works. And then if it doesn't work, I guess I can just do this again without something more permanent, maybe a little bit of cement here and there, some pavers. Who knows? This bed shape is ever changing, so. So I dug out, lining it close to the bed. I tried to rake a bunch of the grass I'm going to be planting. I've got this pile, I've got that pile. I'm going to backfill with as much as I can, probably in the front over there and then in the back elsewhere. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not super even height-wise. I'd like it to be a little bit taller than the level of the ground. I don't want to be underground or under the level where things are going to grow over it. So it's probably a bit low right now, but yeah. Alright, so I put it in, then I tamped down the soil. I tried doing it on this side and it was clearing up the edge, but then I was pushing it forward. I don't know how I'm going to hold this in place. I've tried to put this in the back, but that seems not to be really doing anything, obviously. This is moving all over the place. It's not really in place. I didn't shift this over because there's a hole over here. And already I can see this is going to rain down and wash out, so maybe mulch is resting right now. I don't know. Maybe I could put mulch on the inside to hold it, I think. I'm going to call my mother and see if she's cool with that. Because it's her mulch. It's a little too close. Little bumps. There's a big one there. Ah, a fly on my face. Okay. Let's see about this mulch, but also a butterfly. It's back in here. Oh, and I can plant these in the meantime. Yeah. Grass, 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 grass. I took too much up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do I have other things I could do right now? Excuse me, after this? Yes. I could start transplanting the rosemary propagations, or at least the one. I could start more seeds, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I have time because I think we're supposed to be leaving in about an hour or so. And um, that's just the way life is. Life goes. I transplanted a lot of it, a lot of the grass I pulled up into that strip, but not the majority of it. The majority of it looked already wilted by the time I got to it. And I'm just like, there's always grass to pull up. So it's not like the most urgent thing to do. So my mother did okay, the mulch, and I did put some in already. The issue was holding up the back, because I could always just put them in the front. So I haven't packed it in yet, and I think I'm going to leave a gap until I figure out what I want to put behind there. I want to put like white rock. I don't know. But I do have a brick right now to hold it up in one way. So over here I packed. Over here, it's not really a lot of grass over here. I mean, there's a little here, but there wasn't. Anyway, I have the one brick over there. Maybe I will just put cement and eventually, like, if I cement on a slope here, because we do have the quick cement. I could do that maybe. I'm just gonna go in filling up with some more mulch, especially up there where I say like the gap erosion is happening. I'm probably gonna pull a little bit more because there's some underground like this over here. I'm gonna pull up. I don't want it. It's kind of close to everything. So, but like this doesn't need to be there. It's connected. Great, fantastic. No, it's just kind of low. No, and I know some things without the grass holding them or falling them in. That's okay. Don't know what this is. Okay. Anywho, yeah. I'm gonna put it up on the bed if I need to. Do it by hand, I will. Like the upper top of this, surprisingly, was very dry, and the bottom was wet. It's hilarious considering apparently how much rain we had yesterday, or I'm trying to understand we had yesterday. This is the mulch from the low sale. I did hear someone else talking about how like it's not the same, and it's very large strips of mulch, which I guess is a good and bad thing. Do you have more space for things to grow in between with smaller mulch or bigger mulch? I don't know. Next question. Okay. Let us mulch this area up real nice to prevent further grass intrusion. should have been very much prioritizing mulching, but mulching is expensive. So either I'm going to have to invest long term in like a mulcher myself. I don't know what else. It's not. Over here. Over explain it. My ow, my foot. My Okay, well, this is looking a lot cleaner, a lot fresher. I really enjoy this now. Grass scooped out. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on this corner. I'm gonna leave it empty for a good long while. Maybe I'll get some. I think probably the best thing is maybe for me to put some cement in there, and then figure out something to do. Put cement on a slope, maybe. Um, we got the quickcrete. I did plant up the daffodils here. I think they're pretty much done. They've not been blooming a second time. They've just been growing in foliage. I assume energy getting for next season. Just fine with me, right? Yeah. So super neat, super cute. I did put this tomato cage around the dahlia, and I moved the stake that was next to where another one might pop up. Yeah, I'm loving this. I really am. And now for me to wash my body of the sweat and dirt I have truly accumulated. In my mind, this curve generally follows where it was before, but I like how it looks now. It's not so tall. It doesn't look so like scrap metal. It looks very much like in ground. Get fancy, right? That's my idea at the moment. I'm loving this. I think it's great. Yeah. I did rake a bunch of the leftover mulch that was in the back. It looks like the rain washed it all away. I didn't even think I had that much mulch over here. Okay. Anyway, super cute. Dahlia. There's supposed to be 2 more here. I don't see anything else popping up. We'll see though. Hopefully they all pop up. Should I look? Let me see. Moved around. I couldn't find one. I know one of them didn't necessarily come up, but I do see it there. I hope it's not just the one that comes up. It's kind of gonna throw off my whole vibe. That's the case. So maybe I cut it back too far. I don't think I cut it back too far back because I cut everything back pretty much the same. So I don't know. Hopefully it comes back, and I just have to wait. So I learned my lesson with the waiting. Thanks for that pair. So let's count and see if anything else came up. I don't think anything did, but let's count. That one in the back looked kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, this one looks real nice. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where was 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe it's in the back and I can't see it, or maybe it closed and it's done. I guess maybe. Okay, looks like it's done for now. All right. Yeah, cool. We do have this new growth here. It looks like the petals. Yeah, it looks like the petals dropped. So we have this growth here. All right. Very excited for this to do whatever, and then more excited for the second flushing. Assuming there's a period where it's like I'm not taking a break, right? Ooh, I need to see it. Okay. I'm most excited for, because I should have 3 in theory. I should have a Starry Night and 2 Holy Grail propagations. I'm excited to see if any of the hardy hibiscus come up, and if all 3 of them come up. I'm excited to see what that looks like. That's going to be big and full, is the idea, because they've been in the ground, they've not been transplanted. Especially the Starry Night. I don't remember it doing anything last year. Anyway, we're gonna try and take this out. I know there should be a second one around here. I don't know if it's in front of this or behind this, There's also this random grass that grow here because one time I forgot. I don't know if it was over. I don't think it should be. You know what? It might just be because I threw grass near here. Anyway, there's grass layers in this bed, but it's always like never too big because of the mulch of the pine needles. So, anyway, let me see if I can take it out. Okay, that one's not a big. I think there's some roots. Okay. Okay. And it looks like I didn't take another one with it, so that's fun. Okay. Oh! Alright, I put the soil back in the hole because it was a small bulb. If there's another one that pops up, I guess be on the lookout for it. I think I'm gonna take this as well to mark where it is. Yeah, everything else over here is looking super great. These dahlias haven't flowered yet. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. All right. The first year we were here, I think I've got like 5 elephant ears, and I think I put 2 in the front. Maybe I had 2 either in the tree rings or in pots. I don't recall. And the 2 in the front got really big, and they did not come back. They were in the box. They didn't come back. I don't know. They didn't come back. The 2 over here have been coming back, but they don't get big. And I think all of them I have should be big. So, do I put this in the front bed by the house or the front bed away from the house is the question. I'm going to put this next to the lemongrass. I don't know if the lemongrass is coming back. It's supposed to be perennial. It's in the ground. When I pull away the old leaves, it smells like lemongrass. So hopefully it comes back. Might just be one that's split into 2. It looks kind of moldy. Anyway, in the ground you go. Right there. All right. So at first I had it like this. Then I'm like, let me put this sideways because it seems to be going sideways. So yeah, how exciting, how tropical. You know, because my idea for a while has been in terms of all the garden beds that I want to have that coastal house feel, but also like the feel of, ooh, I'm in the forest. So I don't want too many things that say tropical. I don't want too many things that say woodland. Something that's a nice mix between the two. So I personally don't tend to have too many tropical plants here. The hibiscus pops up, okay. The lemongrass, okay, maybe I have 2 or 3, whatever. But this really adds more of that tropical, right? So it's exciting. And I was thinking about the fact that unlike in my mind, I'm like, I don't like formal garden beds, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of things I like, a lot of aspects of formal garden beds I like with the pear trees and the idea of the planting or designing around fruit trees, blah blah blah. You know, the trellises and the lines and the shapes in my garden. Oh, I forgot to put this in there. Just until it decides to grow. Yeah. Where are they? I have these beds, right? This hexagonal bed, these little strip beds, kind of formal shapes. I have a lot of lines and a lot of pathways, as opposed to just like, oh, I threw everything and it's a prairie garden, or it's like a big cottage garden that I have a couple of stepstones through. So I don't like necessarily overly formal gardens where things are, you know, hedged and trimmed back into arbitrary shapes. But I do like a bit of formality in my planning, I suppose. I like the idea of hedges. I like the idea of hedges that kind of grow wild or just are you know, like azalea hedges that are touching and colors are shifting, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yeah.